Hello, my name is Harry, and welcome again to A Senior's Perspective with a Twist. We're going to begin a new series entitled Giving Good Advice from a Senior's Perspective. The word we want to talk about today is repaying. Uh, and to repay is to give back or return to someone something that you previously received. We do that in many ways today in our daily living, in our economy. Uh, a lot of our economy is based on when you consider banks borrowing and paying back, taking a loan or debt. But repaying, the way we want to look at it, it covers many areas, not only the banking industry, but in your community, with your friends, in your family. So repaying is to recompense, to pay back, to give back, to return, to reimburse, to pay off, to requite. Now, why is this important? You might ask that question. Um, Number one, it shows when you repay, it shows a feeling of obligation, whether it was expected or it wasn't expected. You just do it because it's the right thing to do. Number two, it builds strong relationships between you and others when you repay something that was given to you. The worst thing a person can do is to receive uh, an item or sum of money or favor and ignore that, the repaying of it, and still expect to have a strong relationship with could be a family member, it could be your local bank, and uh, make no qualms about it. The banks will come after you if you borrow something. Sometimes our family members hound us, or a friend hounds us after a while when we have not repaid uh, that loan or that money that we received, or even that favor. They may come to us and ask for a favor in return. So repaying uh, is important for your relationship with others, uh, and certainly with uh, banks and mortgages and items like that. It's important to repay that which you have borrowed or you owe. Number three, it's a good practice to repay your debts, your loans, your favors. Some people look at people who don't repay favors as deadbeats, as users, as people that can't be trusted. You don't want that attached to your name. So, if you don't want that attached to your name, it's good to go ahead and make good on your favor that was done for you, or your loan, especially loans. Loan companies uh, will not loan you uh, money the second time around. They'll give you one time and you fail, uh, and then there's sort of like a X put on your name, a black mark attached to your credit score. Uh, you're looked at as someone who's not uh, going to pay back that which you have received. So, from a senior's perspective, you should repay those favors, those loans that have been given to you. Uh, Next, number four, it shows you are not taking others for granted or using them for your own personal advantage. That's important in today's world, where we see people who do get favors, who do get loans of money from friends or from family, and they have to be hounded around. And it leaves a bitter taste, even a sour taste in the mouth of the person who's loaned you the money, especially when that person loaned it to you and looked for it back because they needed it. Uh, you don't want your name attached with deadbeat. or a person who doesn't keep their word. So uh, it's good to not take others for granted or to take advantage of them by receiving a sum of money or uh, a favor and then not making good to return it. Lastly, it puts you in a position, yes, it puts you in a position to maybe get another loan or another favor uh, because you uh, paid back, you requited, you recompense that person, that banking institution or whoever it was. uh, they now think that you can be trusted because you did pay back that which you borrowed. And as a result, the bank or the friend doesn't give it a second thought to give you a second loan or second favor, so to speak. Uh, Simply put, repaying a debt, a loan, or favor is the right thing to do, and it will speak well of you. Thank you for your time. We appreciate, we hope that something's been said to be helpful to you as you, uh, no man's an island unto himself, and sooner or later, all of us, some kind of way, are going to need a favor, going to need a loan, going to need something. So we pray that this has been helpful to you and that you will use this information for your betterment and certainly to repay those whom you have borrowed from or gotten a loan from. Uh, Thank you again. And if you like this discussion, we ask that you would hit that subscribe button. And we thank you and have a blessed day.